Have you ever spent years, literally years, building an amazing community on a platform like Facebook or Discord, only to have that nagging feeling that you're just building on borrowed land? Well, that's what we're going to dig into today. The massive difference between renting your community space and actually owning the ground it's built on.
So let's break this down with a really simple idea. Think of it like this. On one side, you've got the rented apartment. This is your Discord server, your Facebook group. Yeah, it's convenient, but you're living by the landlord's rules, always. And on the other side, you've got the owned home. That's your own platform where you call the shots. And believe me, this one little shift in thinking changes everything for community builders.
Okay, so let's start with what most of us know, renting. And hey, at first glance, it makes total sense, right? It's easy, it's often free to start, but as we're about to see, there's some pretty significant hidden costs that can seriously threaten everything you're trying to build.
And this leads us straight into what's called the centralized trap. It's a really simple but kind of scary idea. When you build on someone else's platform, your community, your members, and all that valuable data, it's not really yours. You're just a tenant. The platform is the real owner.
And you know, just like any rental agreement, this one comes with a whole bunch of rules. Rules you didn't write, and rules you definitely can't change. We're talking about the landlord's rules, and they are the source of so much frustration for creators and community builders.
Let's get real for a second. Imagine this. You've been working your tail off, engagement is amazing, your community is buzzing, and then you wake up one morning and crickets. What happens when that platform's algorithm, the secret sauce that decides who sees your stuff, changes overnight with zero warning?
This isn't just hypothetical. Look at this. A simple, unannounced tweak can cut your community's engagement in half, just like that. The drop is just devastating. And the worst part? You have no control, you get no explanation, and there's no way to fix it. You are completely at the mercy of their algorithmic black box.
And it gets even worse. This quote here really hits home the ultimate risk. We're not just talking about losing some engagement, we're talking about losing everything. Deplatforming is a very real threat. Your group or server can get shut down in an instant, often by an automated flag with no appeal. Poof! Years of your work, just gone.
It's also a battle over data. When you're renting, you get these little scraps of aggregated data. But the platform, they own the real direct relationship with your members. When you own the space, you get full direct access. So you have to ask yourself, who actually owns the relationship with my members, me or the platform?
And what about your brand, your identity? Rented platforms shove you up against a customization ceiling. You're stuck using their rigid templates, so your community ends up looking and feeling like a million others. It completely waters down your unique identity and really limits the kind of experience you can create.
So even if you could get past all those control issues, there's another huge problem. Just noise. So much noise. On these big platforms, you're not just running a community. You're in a constant war for your members' attention against the sea of digital clutter.
I mean, think about it. Your Facebook group is right there, sandwiched between endless news feeds, ads, and whatever celebrity drama is happening. Your Discord server is just one little icon in a long list of others. These platforms are literally designed to pull people away from you and onto the next thing, not to keep them focused on what you're building.
So yeah, we've painted a pretty grim picture of being a digital tenant, right? But what if you didn't have to rent? What if you could just own the land itself?
This is where the entire conversation shifts. This is where we stop talking about renting and start talking about owning. We're talking about building your own foundation on a platform you control, one that puts all the power right back where it belongs, in your hands.
So, what does that actually look like? Well, before you were trapped by that black box algorithm we talked about. Now, you have complete and total control over the user experience and interface. You decide the layout, you decide the features, you decide how everything works.
And this is huge. You become the ultimate authority. You get to say your own code of conduct. You build custom moderation that actually fits your community's culture. You can create a safe, focused space that is completely immune to some sudden random policy change from a corporate giant.
By owning the platform, you totally solve that distraction problem. You're not just another tab anymore. You're creating a dedicated, branded, distraction-free world where every single thing is designed to serve your community's mission. But you know, this whole move from renting to owning, it's about more than just control and focus. It's a fundamental shift in your entire strategy. It's about becoming a digital homeowner and building something with real, lasting value. Okay, here's something most people just don't think about. A community you build on a rented platform is what we call an untransferable asset. If you ever try to sell your business, that huge, thriving Facebook group, you can't really sell it. Its value is basically trapped on that platform forever.
But when you own the platform, you're building a real, transferable asset. You can plug in your own monetization, like subscriptions or paywalls, without a middleman taking a huge cut. You can build value that connects to other services. And you create a future-proof foundation because the data is yours. You can take it with you if you ever need to.
And this chart right here, it just lays out the financial reality perfectly. In that rental model, the platform's fees and rules take a giant slice of any money you make. Your actual revenue is tiny and totally controlled by them. When you own it, you control the whole pie.
So the big takeaway here is this. Building on your own platform is not just about cool features. It's about changing your community from a house of cards into a solid, long-term asset that you, and only you, truly own.
After looking at all of this, the risks of renting, the power of owning, it all really boils down to one simple but absolutely crucial question you have to ask yourself about the community you're building right now.
Is it a temporary rental, totally subject to the whims of a landlord you'll never even meet? Or are you building a permanent home, a true asset that's going to grow and last? The choice, ultimately, is yours.